I was just sitting here thinking, I had just posted this video on confusion. Actually, I just recorded it. And sometimes I have to convey the knowledge that I have in a very systematic way. And to truly know me, that is very hard because I want to go down rabbit trails and I go where the Spirit leads me, and sometimes it's on a whole different thing, and I'm like, Kim, I only have 20 minutes to get this point across. Lord, you put this on my heart. But I want to talk to you about really being in a season of true confusion, and this is kind of like an extra video, I guess. Some of the hardest moments in my life have come out of confusion, out of desperation for, just a little bit of clarity, just a little bit of it. And I mentioned in that video how I was given advice from really well-meaning people that God is not a God of confusion. And it left me feeling very distant from God. It left me feeling very lost and even scared at times. And I knew that that wasn't from God. But then I was like, well, if God is not there, then is it just me, or am I being deceived? And the simple fact is that I just didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know. And when I came out of the religion, it was very, very hard because I had lost all of my family and people that I've known my entire life. And I was shunned. And I was so confused coming out of that. I desperately wanted answers, and answers that nobody could really give me. And I was very confused. And then the second biggest point of confusion for me was when my children grew up and they all left the house. Because of what I went through from being shunned, my husband and I, we always wanted children, and we loved being a parent. We love being parents. And our children are very, very close to us, 3 boys. And we did a lot of life together, and I always just wanted to be a really good mom and to spend a lot of time with them because I knew in a minute things could change. And when they all 3 left, it's like you're in this weird in-between stage of feeling very proud of them, of their accomplishments, of where they're going. You're so happy for them, and yet you're so grieving this previous season that went way too fast. And it was really hard on me, and I was so confused. I was so confused because my brain just didn't have enough data to figure out what this next season was going to look like. This season of still being their mom, still loving them, but in a different role, in a different space in their life. And that's a good thing. That's what you want. But I just wanted to, jump on here and for you to really hear me, that I think that the confusion video will help you. But I also want you to know that it's okay where you're at. And I do believe that you can drag out this time in life. I do believe that you can drag it out from isolating yourself and trying to process everything yourself instead of getting in a group, getting around people, getting in the Word, seeking out people of real deep faith that can pray with you and that can help you through this season. I hope that the Messy Garden is a part of that. I pray that the Messy Garden is a part of that. But the seasons of transition are not for the faint of heart, and yet we all go through them because we have to. This is the way we grow. This is the way we grow to the next seasons. We aren't meant to stay stagnant. We aren't meant to just stay in place. We're meant to grow, and God to process us through this life. And we can do that really poorly. from our flesh, but we can do it well if we walk in step with who God is. And again, seek Him and be honest. I think that this channel is about honesty. It's about being honest where you're at, and it's about being honest where maybe you don't know where you're going. But that will unfold in that new season that you're going to step into if you allow God to take you by the hand in your messy garden and to weed and to prune and to abide with Him in that. That new season will be your testimony for the season that you've come through. And I'm living and breathing that. Some of the deepest, darkest despairs of my life have grown something so beautiful. You know, God really does make beauty of ashes. That is true. It's been true in my life, and it's been true in others, so it can be true in yours. And I think maybe I don't know, I'm learning this whole YouTube thing. And so maybe through some of the videos, I will just come here and do a little recap on just being raw and not really caring about a script or following something precise, because I do want it to be beneficial to you and your understanding and your growth in this channel. But I do want you to know that I'm just a real person that has went through a lot of real things. And when I started abiding and surrendering and repenting and all of these things that I've talked about so far, my life completely changed. And the seasons of confusion turned into the knowing that I was just growing. And there was a lot of peace knowing that I was growing with Him. So this is just a little recap from my heart to yours. Thank y'all for sticking with me in this journey, and I will definitely see you next time.